I've never seen such a great guy. In order to avoid the attack of the beast, he built a safe shelter on a banyan tree. Walking into the deep mountains, a strange-shaped giant dragon tree caught the young man's eye. This dragon tree has a thick trunk, and its leaves are thick. Its trunk naturally forms a stable triangular structure, like a natural heavy frame. Perfectly fit on the tree, the need for a shelter is just a glance. In the young man's mind, there is a complete blueprint. The young man first found a hard wood in the forest. With a tool, he cut it evenly into short pieces of the same length. Then, in the middle position of each piece of wood, he precisely cut out the grooves in the middle. After processing all the pieces of wood, he started from the ground, and from the bottom up, he fixed the pieces of wood on the tree trunk. Every place is reinforced with nails, layer by layer, step by step. So a stable tree climbing ladder is formed. The young man can easily use it to safely reach the construction area of the tree trunk. After the ladder is completed, it's time to install the foundation of the shelter. The young man uses a strong rope to shift the long pieces of wood one by one to the appropriate height of the tree trunk. The tree trunk is the center, and the wood is fixed parallel to the tree trunk with the same iron nails to lock it. In order to improve the stability of the foundation, he installs 2 vertical pieces of wood to build a standard well-shaped heavy frame. This is the core of the whole shelter. Then he uses this well-shaped frame as the basis, extending the frame to the surrounding trees, gradually expanding the area of the foundation. After an hour of intensive work, a flat and solid tree climbing platform is completely completed, which is the solid foundation for all subsequent construction work. After the platform is built, the young man does not stop. He uses the processed wood to build the frame of the entrance to the shelter. It makes the only entrance to the shelter clear. In the future, he will use the ladder to climb to the top and enter the internal space from here. After the foundation is completed, he starts to build the frame structure of the wall. The young man specially chose a few soft wood sticks to bend it into a smooth arc shape. According to the uniform stiffness, it is fixed vertically on the base frame as the core frame of the arc-shaped wall. In order to make the edges more exquisite and the structure more solid, he finds a small and thick natural vine and bends it along the edge of the platform into an arc shape to be used as an exquisite decoration to reinforce the structure. Finally, he will use the pre-processed bamboo and lay it on the platform in front of the arc-shaped frame as the floor platform of the shelter. This process seems simple, but it requires a lot of physical strength and patience. Each bamboo has to be aligned. Fortunately, the young man has been working for many years and his skills are good, so he can finish the laying of the floor soon. Next, he starts to build the main frame of the shelter behind the arc-shaped frame of the wall. He precisely establishes the 4 heavy columns between the column and the bottom frame and uses the traditional bamboo connection. No iron nail is needed to achieve the sturdy seam, which is durable and strong. Then, he uses the horizontal wood to connect it into a complete arc-shaped frame. At this point, the main frame of the shelter is fully formed. After the frame is finished, the young man continues to lay the main board on the entire platform to complete the complete laying of the floor inside the shelter so that the floor is clean and breathable, durable, which is perfect for the wild environment. After the main frame is completed, he enters the building process of the wall. The young man will process the bamboo and lay it closely on the arc-shaped frame from the bottom. The interlaced crevices between the bamboos are firmly fixed with a thin rope without leaving a trace of gap. With the skillful method, he quickly builds a smooth and beautiful arc-shaped roof, which saves wood and increases the utilization of space. For the main frame of the back, he uses the same main board laying process to completely wrap the 4 walls, leaving a gap on the side as the color window of the shelter, ensuring the sealability and transparency. After the wall is formed, the young man climbs to the top of the tree and starts to build the 3-angle roof to prevent rain. He first builds a 3-angle roof base with wood as the center of gravity, and then lays the bamboo closely on the base to form a 3-angle roof with an even slope. This design is called the tip of the pen built in the wild. The rain can drain quickly to prevent rainwater from colliding with the roof. For the gap below the 3-angle roof, he uses the bamboo to build a seal to make the whole roof integrated. So far, the complete shape of the shelter has been clearly presented, far away as if hidden in an ancient cave. In order to improve the shelter's rainproofing performance, the young man also started to refine it. He wraps the evenly sized bark from the tree and ties it together to form a whole waterproof pad. It is completely laid on the 3-angle roof and then fixed with a thin rope in all directions. The wet bark is naturally waterproof, even in heavy rain. Rainwater cannot penetrate into the interior of the shelter, completely solving the problem of sheltering in the wild. Then, the young man shows his exquisite woodworking skills, processing the original wood into a regular square wood. In the position of the entrance doorframe, he assembles a rectangular doorframe that can be opened and closed. The doorframe is tightly laid on the main board to form a doorboard that is light and durable. The internal living facilities are also built at the same time. He cuts the wood to match the joints of the bamboo and quickly assembles a solid bed frame. The frame is laid on a bamboo bedboard that is comfortable to lie on and breathable. It also has a natural fragrance of bamboo and is perfect for sleeping in the wild. At this time, there is still an unsealed area in front of the concrete roof. The young man first uses a wooden stick to fix it to build a complete wall frame. At the same time, he plans to leave the position of the door frame and window frame. Then he uses the main board to lay it tightly to perfect the last section of the wall. Then, according to the size of the door frame, he personally made a bamboo door murtum. It is both beautiful and practical. The window part is also equipped with a bamboo window curtain. The details are very careful. The construction of the last sealed and perfected stage is the key to improving the heat retention of the shelter. The young man mixes the soil in the forest into a sticky rice and spreads it evenly on the outside of the whole wall. The thick mud layer completely blocks the gap between the main board. It keeps the wind warm and allows the small house on the tree to have the condition of living all day long. In order to ensure the safety of the terrace, he surrounds a circle on the edge to form a unique stone fence to prevent the risk of falling from a high altitude. Finally, he builds a special firewood stove in the terrace area. First, he lays a layer of mud to the bottom, then uses the wood to form the frame of the stove, and then uses the mud to polish and reinforce it. A practical outdoor stove is completed. At this time, the safe shelter hidden in the valley of the restaurant is finally fully completed. After a few days of high-intensity construction, the young man is tired. He immediately ignites the firewood stove and roasts it with fat pork kebabs and fresh pickled vegetables. In his own tree-shaped shelter, he enjoys a delicious outdoor dinner. After eating and drinking enough, he can lie on the bamboo bed and relax his body and mind. This ancient tree shelter built by him alone is not only a safe harbor for survival in the wild, but also the best witness to create miracles with both hands. Such building ability and survival wisdom are enough for everyone